Ladies and gentlemen, it is an HM bonus edition of the Homemade Broadcast. It is September 29, 2023. My name is Will Kuntz. Welcome back, baby. It's Friday. The Tampa Bay Lightning are taking on somebody in a preseason game. I was actually invited to go to my friend has season tickets, and I was like, I don't know. Preseason, man. I mean, even like I'm a big Bucks fan, as you know, but even I think a Bucks preseason game. Unless it's like a suite or something. Oh, I should have asked. That's pretty. I'm pretty bougie for being in the position that I am in my life. I don't really like to go to anything really unless it's the best of the best, which this is why I don't go anywhere generally. Speaking of going somewhere, I am going somewhere next week. So probably have a video on going to have the show on Monday. Johnny B show will be live on Monday. I believe that's the 2nd of October 2023. Tuesday, we're off, and then I'll be gone the rest of the week after that. So no podcast with Anna next week. I'm going to try to get a video for you done on Tuesday. I guess that's depending on how much I get done during the day. But anyway, who cares? So follow the show, home_made_man. Instagram, same thing. It's all the details down below there, Twitter and the website, email, all that stuff. If you want to get a hold of me, that's how you do it. Phone number for text and voicemails. Yeah, Friday night, I tell you, Friday night is nice to have off. I feel decompressed. I mean, it's not bad when I have to go to the radio station or anything. I like doing that, but it's also nice not having anything to do on a Friday night and going into the weekend. So that's good. So the big news today, I think, was that the alleged murderer of one Tupac Shakur was arrested today. I was a big Tupac fan growing up. I had a poster of him on my wall. I also owned a lot of FUBU jerseys back then. You know, what can I tell you? You know, I liked the culture. It was fun. And I still like Tupac. I don't know if you put a gun to my head and said name 10 songs, I might have problems doing that, to tell you the truth. But I definitely had the CDs and I would listen to them on occasion. And I had a poster on my wall. I don't think I had a t-shirt of him or anything like that, but yeah, it was big news. I mean, it was a big loss. I was a kid, you know. He died in 1996, I believe. So I was like 12 years old. I didn't. How much of a fan can you be of anything, especially West Coast gangster rap at 12 years old? I mean, you can't really. I didn't really understand what it was. I knew it was cool though. It sounded cool and it was interesting. I can tell you that much. I did know that about Tupac. So it was a big mystery of who the hell killed Tupac. So this is 1996. It's 2023. We're doing math in public now. Was that 20? Oh boy, I'm getting sweaty. 18 years? Nope. They're almost 30 years. 2020. Anyway, this guy, his name is Duane Davis. Duane Davis is his name. He's the accused killer. He's been arrested 27 years. Thank you. Figured it out. Thank you. A man was been arrested and charged in relation to the 1996 murder of Tupac Shakur. On Friday, news broke that Las Vegas police had arrested Duane Davis, a.k.a. Keefe D, or Keefe D, or Cafe D, who has long said that he was in the car of the person who shot at the rapper, killing him. He was only 25 years old. That's wild, too. The case has been a mystery for both investigators and the public for the past few decades, spawning countless theories and documentaries. My favorite one is that he's alive somewhere. I remember a few years ago, it was some man who vaguely resembled him. And I remember the internet being semi-new during this time, and then the conspiracies flew that he was in fact alive and living somewhere else. And he might be. Frankly, I don't discount anything now. It seems like a lot of things that are called conspiracy theories end up being not only not conspiracy theories, but totally 100% true. So I don't discount anything anymore. I hear that Jeffrey Epstein's alive. Maybe. I don't know. I think he's probably dead. But I don't know. Maybe. I think Tupac's probably dead too, but I don't know. Are you sure? If someone said, I'll give you $1 million bet. Now he's got a death certificate, but let's say it's your God, whoever, L. Ron Hubbard or Allah or whatever you believe in, the universe, whatever, comes down and says, $1 million bet right now. I can give you the answer. I know. I'm, everything. So I know the answer. $1 million. It's a sucker's bet, right? It's almost like betting that Mike Calta is going to win Best of the Bay for his show. Of course you take that bet. There's a death certificate, but then he goes, no, living on an island. Sorry about that. You owe me $1 million. And that's called student loan debt. That's pretty much what student loan debt is. It's just a bad bet that you made on yourself. Those payments have started. By the way, I'm 30, I'm 38 now, and I still have student loan debt. So pathetic. What have I done with my life? Anyway, this guy, he's done. Let's talk about what did you do with your life. Seems like he had a lot of fun, had a good run, though. Davis was arrested early Friday morning, but the exact charges were not immediately made clear. The prosecutor described Davis as a on-ground, on-site commander of the killing, according to the AP. So who is this man? He's 60 years old. He's a former gang member, and he's not kept his connection to the case in any secret at all. In 2018, he was diagnosed with cancer. He gave details to BET about a drive-by, including that he was in the Cadillac that the backseat shooter was also in during the 1996 murder. He also once claimed that his nephew, Orlando Anderson, shot Tupac, and Anderson died in 1998. Davis even has a 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, in which he spells out what he claims went down. In his book, Davis described himself as one of the last living witnesses of the fatal shooting. He alleged that the first time he spoke about it in 2010, during a closed-door meeting with federal and local authorities. At that time, he was 46 and facing life in prison on drug charges. Duane claims that they promised that they would shred the indictment and stop the grand jury if I helped them out, he wrote. Apparently they did not. Greg Kading, a retired LAPD police detective who spent years investigating the Shakur killing and wrote a book about it, told the AP that Davis' arrest is, quote, long overdue, that people have been yearning for him to be arrested for a long time. It's never been unsolved in our minds. It's just been unprosecuted. What's that show, The First 48? I mean, we're talking, you want to do math in public. What is 27 years in days and then do that in hours? All right, let's do it. There's no chance I'm doing this in my head. I don't even know if I could do this on a calculator, to be honest. So 2 days. Let's do the math. I could probably... No, I don't know if I can do it that way. Being my own producer is, I got to have this planned out more in advance. I'll just do it on the first. Okay, so there's 365 days in a year times 24 hours equals 8,760. Now we're doing years times 27. The first 236,520 hours. You don't need to learn you don't need math anymore. All the math you need is on your phone. What happens if phones aren't around? Then we're not doing math. It's over. Have you seen the IQ scores? Nope. Not happening. He also told the Hollywood Reporter that all other direct conspirators or participants are all dead. Keefe D or Keefe D or whatever, Duane, I'm just going to call him Duane, is the last man standing among the individuals that conspired to kill Tupac. The arrest happened 2 months after the Las Vegas police raided Davis's wife's home. According to the Associated Press, documents said police were looking for items concerning the murder of Tupac Shakur. So they must have had enough of gusto to enough heat to say, okay, we're pretty sure this guy did it. Police reportedly collected a slew of items, including computers, a cell phone, a hard drive, several .40 caliber bullets, and 2 tubs containing photographs. A source told the U.S. Sun that the homicide team did not enter the investigation lightly. They knew that the world would be watching as they took any action against Duane. And I don't know if it's Keefe or Cafe. Probably Keefe, right? They do not want to make any missteps. Another source told the outlet that Davis is gloating, ultimately talked himself into huge legal trouble. Many such cases. Shut your mouth. Never say anything. Who knows what Duane will do? Maybe he might try to negotiate a deal. The attention globally on the DA and the police department is going to be extreme. At the time of his death, Tupac was feuding with rival rapper Biggie Smalls, also known as the notorious B.I.G., who was fatally shot just 6 months later in 1997 at the age of 24. His murder also remains unsolved. So, what do you think? Did Big D do it? I don't know. I like the conspiracies are more fun. That he was killed by the FBI or something. That he was getting too powerful. That he was becoming this pop culture phenomenon that could move mountains. Maybe run for president. Maybe encourage followers to storm a Capitol or something later on. I don't know. And they said we gotta do something about this guy. Or maybe it was just some piece of garbage that, you live this life and you die. That's what happens to a lot of people. So Tupac's a fascinating figure, though. I saw this Adam Curtis documentary. He does these really cool, very well researched. He must be on the spectrum to be able to research this stuff and, stitch it together like this. But somehow Tupac came up in this documentary about like communism in China or something. I can't even remember. It was very, very heady, but uses cool visuals and stuff. And I saw an interview with him young, and I'm going, what's going on? This is not Tupac. Who is this guy? Young Tupac. I don't know if you ever seen it. Here's his transformation. The language here, by the way, not nice. Not nice at all. So luckily this will be podcast only and YouTube, but it is explicit towards the end. Anyways, so let's find this. Just young Tupac. You can go to if you'd like to see this yourself on YouTube. And hopefully this doesn't. I think I can play this stuff, right? It's freedom of use or something. I don't know. I'm not monetized anyway, so I'm not really concerned about it. But here he is talking about. Look at him. He's got like a little sparkly tank top on, and he's got moving his hands around. Anyway, let's see what he has to say.
If I know that in this hotel room they have food every day,
no, that's not it.
I'm not on the.
That's not it. I want this one.
I have this much respect for women, and I fight often because of that. I get a lot of friends because I have respect for women, ultra respect for women, and I'm extra nice, extra gentleman. I'm extra just like, oh, you're beautiful and you deserve the best. And she told me I was too nice. It wouldn't work because I was too nice.
It really ain't as big as everybody make it. Even the females know it's bitches. Females don't even hang with females. You know what I'm saying? So now, when these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny. Niggas die. Watch, every time. Every funeral you go to, it's a bitch that was horny the night before. So you need to start checking these bitches, keep your dick in. Niggas need to go back to the OG penitentiary days and start jacking off.
No lies detected. I can tell you that much. So true, Tupac. But there's kind of even conspiracies going on around him and what he was. Was he real? Was Tupac real, or was he this young man who's a sweet boy? He was at a performing arts school in Los Angeles. He was a dancer. He was a backup dancer for the Humpty Hump guy. I can't remember his name offhand. It's the Hump. Do the Humpty Hump, So he was the backup dancer for that guy, and that's where he got his start, kind of, and then he kind of branched off and did his own thing. And that's where I wonder if all of these, like, we know that a lot of these celebrities are crafted, because I know that I have a lot of friends that are musicians that are pretty good. I mean, if they had the production of some of these, mavens that the record companies have, I think they could very well be them. I have a friend that could be Taylor Swift, just not, but she's talented. She's good. I don't know. So is it some demon that comes from behind the wall where you sell your soul and then you become this, this famous person all of a sudden? It's an interesting. I mean, clearly they do work, right? Like Machine Gun Kelly's another one. He was like a rapper for a while and they got famous for that and then changed his image and became like an indie rocker where he played bar chords and did like punk music. And then was still super famous and had all these, people behind him. They're a corporate, they are shaped into a corporate mold and put out to the masses from that market research to find out what people want. And they give the people what they want, which is, I guess, Machine Gun Kelly playing bar chords on Saturday Night Live. Like, that's what people want. And it's not a new phenomenon. It's just the data has gotten better. You have your algorithms, you have your market research, and that's what the people want. And this guy, Tupac, great actor, clearly. I mean, he's acted in some films too during his time. What was that one? Juice and some other ones. I don't know if I've seen them. I'm not going to fib you and say that I have. I probably have not. I think he was a good actor. I think he was a performer. I think he was a nice boy. And a record company said, yeah, you're a good actor and you're a nice boy, but market research shows that we need a gangster, a mean man, and not a nice boy. And he went, okay, no problem. I got you. And they're like, all right, well, here's your check. And there's more. We'll keep them coming. As long as you keep putting out the hits. We got the formula here. We got your back. I went, okay, cool. I'm in. Let's see more of young Tupac. Here's an interview with him in 1998. Yeah, so nice.
If you grew up happy, too happy, like in fairy tale land, not fairy tale. I mean, if you grew up where, every Christmas you got a present and every birthday you got a present, everything was peachy. Your parents took care of everything and you just grew up. I don't think that prepares you for the world. My mother had a really bad childhood and my father had a bad childhood and I had a bad childhood, but I love my childhood. Even though it was bad, I love it. I feel like it's taught me so much. And I feel like nothing can phase me. It might set me back, but only momentarily, only to spring back. If you grew up happy, too happy.
That's very insightful, by the way. I think he was probably had a high IQ as well. But, and I'm not trying to be insulting here, kind of like gay vibes, right? Like he might be gay. I believe me, I know there's a lot of fans out there that are saying absolutely not. And maybe not. I'm just saying, like, do you see what I'm saying? That there's kind of some female energy there in that. It was very insightful, obviously, and he's totally right about that. But I don't know, like, did that guy turn into the Tupac from the music videos? And I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff online. If you want to watch him, young Tupac, you can find a bunch of stuff on there. What do you think? Media creation, corporate creation of a nice boy, and he fell so into the character that it ended up getting him killed by this guy Duane. Did he not fulfill some obligations to the corporation, and maybe that's what got him taken out? Because he did have a lot of power. I mean, he was in particularly in California, he was more than just a musician. Let's just say that there was a lot of followers and backers there, and he had like almost like a political momentum going on out there. And he was smart, so he could talk to people and make arguments. Now he might have been being a character while he was making the arguments, but the arguments were still valid. At least some of them. I don't know about hoes being horny and getting N-words killed, but I mean, there's other things that he said. I'm sure if you find some of these videos, you can watch them, and he was insightful and was smart. So leave a comment down below. What do you think? Is he dead? Is he alive? Did Duane kill him? Did a corporation kill him? Is he a media creation? Is he a real guy? Is he gay, or was he gay? Is he not gay? anything you want. Leave a comment down below. If you're listening audio only on podcasts, which you can do, by the way, HMBradio, Hotel Mike Bravo Radio. Follow me on social, home_made_man. You can send your hate mail to thehomemadebroadcast@gmail.com. Please, no death threats. That's all that I ask. And you can leave a voicemail or send me a text, 813-693-2124. I hope you have a great weekend, and looking forward to speaking with you on Monday on the Johnny B Show. I'll see if I can wrangle up somebody to join me. If not, we'll take calls. We'll have fun. And yeah, have a good weekend. Bye-bye.